Hello dear friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel Chemistry Aspirant. Now in today's lecture, we are going to start with the part 2nd of our theory of hybridization. Now in this lecture, we are going to learn about the steps involved during the hybridization process. So now in the previous lecture, we have defined the hybridization. Precisely define the hybridization again. We know that hybridization is a process of mixing of an atomic orbital of a same atom having same or nearly same energy to form completely new orbitals with the same energy and the identical shape. Now that process is actually called as an hybridization process, and we know that completely formed new orbitals are known as an hybrid orbitals. Again we know that hybridization is not a physical process. It is just a mathematical model which describes the molecular orbital. That means the overlapping of atomic orbitals are considered on the basis of the molecular orbitals. We know that hybridization is just a process. So now let us see how this process happens. That is nothing but the steps involved during the hybridization process. Now which are the steps involved during the hybridization process? So the first step is we have to consider the ground state electronic configuration of an atom. The second step is the formation of excited state. Third step is the mixing and the recasting of that atomic orbital. The fourth step is the bond formation. The fifth step that we have to consider is the energy of orbitals that are involved in the hybridization. So these are the 5 different steps that we have to consider during the theoretical formation of your hybridization process. So now let us start with the step first, that is the ground state electronic configuration of an atom. Now we know that the most stable arrangement of electrons in the atomic orbital having a lower energy state is known as a ground state electronic configuration of that atom, or simply we know it as an electronic configuration. Remember, the ground state electronic configuration of an atom does not always give the idea about the valency of that atom. Let us consider the example regarding this ground state electronic configuration. If we consider the electronic configuration of the carbon atom, so the carbon atom having the atomic number 6, then its electronic configuration will be 1s2, 2s2, 2px1, 2py1 and 2pz0. If we observe the electronic configuration of the carbon atom, only 2 unpaired electrons are present in the carbon atom, hence the expected valency is 2. But we know that carbon forms the methane molecule. The observed valency for the carbon atom is a 4. Now again let us consider the second example, that is your oxygen atom. Now oxygen atomic number 8, so its electronic configuration will be 1s2, 2s2, 2px2, 2py1 and 2pz1. So here the expected valency is 2, and generally oxygen atom also shows the observed valency 2. But always remember, the ground state electronic configuration does not always give the idea about the valency of that atom. This is the first step that we must consider during the process of hybridization. Now let us consider the step second. So step second is the formation of excited state. The number of unpaired electron which is present in the ground state of that atom is not equal to the observed valency of that atom, then one or more electron in the ground state of that atom get excited or get promoted by absorbing the energy to the next atomic orbital having a higher energy state. Now this process is called as an excited state of that atom. Thus the number of unpaired electron that are present in the excited state of that atom is the valency of that atom. If we consider the example of the carbon atom, again remember the ground state electronic configuration of the carbon atom will be 1s2, 2s2, 2px1, 2py1 and 2pz0. So here only 2 unpaired electrons are present. In this ground state electronic configuration, the electron from your 2s atomic orbital absorb the energy and it get promoted to the next atomic orbital, that is your 2pz atomic orbital, which is having a higher energy. After the excitation of that electron, the electronic configuration of the carbon atom become 1s2, 2s1, 2px1, 2py1 and 2pz1. So here we can observe that the carbon atom contain the 4 unpaired electron, which actually define the tetravalency of your carbon atom. This is a very important step during the hybridization process, that is the formation of your excited state. Let us consider the step third, that is mixing and the recasting of your atomic orbital. Now during this hybridization process, the atomic orbital of a same atom having same or the different energy mix with each other and the redistribution of the energy takes place. This result into the formation of your hybrid orbital with equal energy and the identical shape. So again remember, the redistribution of energy is nothing but your recasting process. If the two atomic orbital have the energy difference, then both atomic orbital mix in such manner, they distribute their energy in such manner that all these involving atomic orbital have the equal energy. Now that process is actually known as an recasting process. Now for example, we know that methane molecule is formed by the 1 carbon atom and the 4 hydrogen atom. Carbon is the central atom which undergoes the hybridization. The 4 atomic orbital of your carbon atom, that is 2s, 2px, 2py and the 2pz atomic orbital, mix with each other, redistribute their energy, that means they undergoes the recasting process and they forms a 4 new orbital, that is your hybrid orbital with the equal energy and the identical shape. This process is actually your mixing and the recasting process in the hybridization. Here you can observe in the diagrammatic representation, I have shown these hybrid orbitals by the dotted line as they have the equal energies. So this is also one of the important steps that involve during the hybridization. Now the step fourth, that is the orientation of hybrid orbitals. Now the newly formed hybrid orbitals orient themselves around the nucleus to minimize the inter-electronic repulsions between these hybrid orbitals, and as a result they acquire a maximum stability and they give the definite geometry or orientation to this molecule. For example, in the methane molecule, these newly formed 4 hybrid orbital arrange themselves in such a manner so that they have the minimum repulsions and the maximum stability, which I have shown here. So here these 4 hybrid orbital orient themselves tetrahedrally in this tetrahedron and they will have a minimum repulsion and the maximum stability. So this is an important process that is involved in the hybridization process, which actually gives the shape and the geometry to the molecule. Now the step fifth during the hybridization process, the step fifth is the bond formation. These newly formed hybrid orbitals with their orientation overlaps with the atomic orbital and the formation of molecule takes place with the definite geometry and the maximum stability. Now here you can observe in this diagrammatic representation. So here these 4 hybrid orbital of the carbon atom overlap with the 1s atomic orbital of a 4 hydrogen atom and they form the CH4 molecule. So this is a simple example by which we can consider the bond formation step here. Now the last step, that is the step number 6, the energy of a orbitals. Remember here the atomic orbital taking part during the hybridization have a same or nearly same amount of energy. Now for example here remember the 2s and the 2p atomic orbital can undergo the hybridization as they have a nearly same energy, but the 2s atomic orbital and the 3p atomic orbital never undergoes the hybridization as they have a large energy difference. So we have studied the 6 different steps that are involved during the hybridization process 1. These are a very important step. We must remember this step. Thank you so much for watching this video. See you in my next video.